Welcome back to the South Coast Showdown here at Fratton Park. Things have been a bit iffy. We're not playing our best. We continue to scrape results. We haven't lost that much, but things are not quite the freewheeling fun that they were a month or two ago. But today we have a trip to Doncaster and then Stoke in the Cup. So let's see if we can create some sort of upset and hopefully avoid being upset ourselves. Right then, the squad is ready. I've just picked the lineup for the game away to Doncaster. Now, we owe Doncaster because they have denied us recently. You can see here what I mean about our recent form. You saw the 1-1 draw with Peterborough in the FA Cup, and we'd had this little blip here. We were back on track, and then we got beaten easily at Barnsley. They're good. They're in the playoff hunt. Might even be third now. Can't remember. But yeah, we were too easily rolled over there. Beat MK Dons, knocked Peterborough out in the FA Cup, obviously, which is why you'll see the game away to Stoke. Disappointing draw against Rotherham, should have beaten them, didn't. And then this one, obviously it was a reasonably rotated side, but there's still some talent in there, like Sorensen, Scott Banks these days. We'll come on to him in a minute. Orsgaard, Adeniran, Fuentes. Lots of decent players got on the pitch, but we just didn't really do an awful lot. Caelan Casey, I think, got his first ever goal for the club, so that was nice. The most disappointing thing about that was that the draw for the semi-finals had been done already, and we were lined up to get Southampton's under-21s, admittedly, but still Southampton in the semis. They did beat Barnsley to get through. We messed it up and managed to avoid the first meeting, because I know it's not the first teams, one of them, but not the other one. But it still would have been, as a semi-final, South Coast. But no, we decided to put in that performance. And then against Salford, we huffed, we puffed, we got a penalty, we took the lead. We immediately conceded a goal to bang it down the middle and let them wander through. Technique that we've perfected so well over the years. However, before we get on to the actual game, we've got some transfer stuff. Joshua Albert, DeMarco Dehaney you knew about. Callum Hendry couldn't sell him after his "I want money if I'm going to leave" effort. But he is now out on loan. He's gone to Falkirk, and I think he's out of contract at the end of this season. Yes, he is. He won't be asked back. £206,000 of wages could be much better used elsewhere. Now, obviously, Nikolai Moller, you saw last time. Will we ever get a work permit? Who knows? Now, Scott Banks has come in from Kilmarnock, and what a debut. Scored 1, set up 2 in the cup game against Peterborough. He was magnificent. He's doing pretty well. We want him out on the right. I've changed things around a little bit again. Juan de Fuentes is going to be sticking out on the right. Scott Banks is going to be the rotation option out there. And Ben Knight we are going to use in the shadow striker role, because he's the best one we've got at it, basically. And you can see here and see from that lineup that Cristobal Pozo, or Pozzo, or however you say it in Spanish, I have no idea, is basically Callum Hendry's replacement. He's decent, as you can see, from this dribbling, first touch, finishing, technique, composure, off the ball, acceleration. They're all very good. He's 19, he's got lots of potential. So we are hopeful, and because Georgie Kelly is a bit tired, he is going to play today. One last little thing. Sam Curtis has been dropped to the bench today, basically to try and give him a little bit of a rest, and I'm expecting some kickback, because despite the fact that the 2 times I've rested him previously, I've actually spoken to him and said, look, you're looking a little bit jaded, I'm going to rest you, and he's been, alright boss, that's fine, I understand. He then comes to me moaning about I'm not playing as much as I want to be. It's like, well, I've told you why. But, so, part of me would like to run his dumb little arse into the ground. But he's also 19, very talented, and one of our better players. So I don't really want to annoy him. I need to keep him. So I'm hoping he'll understand, because obviously we want him for the cup game, so we need him fitter. Georgie Kelly is also, as I said, a little bit tired. So we owe Doncaster. We have panned them before this season, and yeah, I know. The other problem we've got here is Niang is not particularly fit and healthy, and we haven't really got a ready-made replacement on the bench because Lasse Sorenson's just gone down hurt. Right, Yaros is at least back in. He was injured a little bit, and we had to play Oluwayemi in the last game. Right, make sure they know why we're favourites. Do we know why we're favourites? Because I'm not sure we do. Right, let's scatter some faith. Right, I've got faith that you don't care. I've got faith in you because you're so new here that you don't really actually have a clue who I am or what I'm saying. Right, last time we were here, we embarrassed ourselves, boys. Let's not do it again. Let's embarrass them. Ooh, nice work, Trevitt. Wanda. Oh, could probably have done with trying to cut that across rather than going for goal, but I applaud your ambition. Diaby! First goal of the season. First ever Portsmouth goal, in fact. Might get a bit more game time because I've knocked up yet another one of my Excel files, but this one isn't really trying to do much in the way of in-depth analysis. It's just sort of like showing me these are the ones with generally higher ratings. Have a look at them, see how you think they compare, rather than trying to be sort of like get everything down to one number, that this means he's the best one. Use my judgment, but I can get to see everyone that we're looking at on a sort of same screen. And Diaby is actually one of our sort of better centre backs. So, oh yeah, while we're talking of centre backs, I accidentally annoyed Olefunwa, I think his name is, who had been out on loan, had just come back from that loan, and for some reason, despite the fact, hey, well done, Wanda, despite the fact that he is clearly too old to go in the under-18s, he's in his 20s, it put him in the under-18s. So when it asked me to do the squad registration, I didn't realise he was missing. So I didn't put him in. And then I got an angry call from him saying, "Why aren't I in the squad? Why haven't I been registered?" I was like, honestly, didn't know you hadn't been. Sorry. So I think he's a bit annoyed now, but he's not great, so I'm not that bothered. Just thought I'd let you know. Right, there we go. Things are going well. See if you could have just done this in the Papa John's. Ooh, off the bar. Man, you know, we could have had a game against a team from Southampton. Now, we are 2 up. Now, Niang, right, I'm going to put Bandera on. I know it's not really his position, but Niang really needs to be rested because he's probably going to have to play in the next one as well. Right, Orsgaard, you're going to stay out there. I'm going to leave the youngster out there as well. We'll leave everyone else. Even give them some praise as we let Doncaster come back into the match. Oh no, there we go, we're still doing alright. Okay, let's have a look. Anyone else a bit tired? Well, I mean, Rafferty is, but, you know, you're going to have to stay out there, I'm afraid. I mean, it's not really your position, Roberts, but give Adeniran a bit of a rest. And yeah, rest of you two I definitely want rested and fit for Stoke, so you're not coming on, I'm afraid. And this would appear to be our game in hand, which does mean that we are now as long as we don't make a complete mess of this in the last 2 minutes. Oh, Juanda knocks it back to Rafferty. Pushed over by Mitchell. Yeah, we have got our 3-point lead and a 6-point cushion on third, which was as much as double figures, but you know, our recent form has not been good enough to keep it as much as double figures. But, well, solid, comfortable win. Can't complain. No one came out of it injured. Those who needed resting got a full rest. So we will take that and head on off to Stoke. Here we are then. FA Cup 4th round. They seem to have made 8 changes to their starting lineup. Whether that means they're bringing better players in or taking better players out, I don't know. Don't recognise many of the names on there. I don't know. I don't know whether they're taking us lightly or taking us seriously. Right. We have nothing to lose here. Pressure's off, boys. We'd like to win, but if we don't, then basically it will just ease our fixture congestion. Because this is recreating the game in hand that we've just played. And it's a penalty. Are you sure he pushed him? Are you sure? Did you see it with your eyes, ref, or did you just make it up? Okay, right. Well, it's not a breathtaking start, is it? I don't know where I was going with that, and I had to clutch breathtaking out of the air to make it sound like I knew what I was talking about. Oh dear. Right. Go on, Jimmy. Right, Niang, you've got some making up to do. Nice work. Oh! Curse you, Bursic. Now, while we're on the subject of the cheeky chappy himself, oh, Juanda, you absolute beast. He then decided not to make a decision. We've got a little problem with Georgie Kelly, in so much as I tried to offer him a new deal. He wanted quite a bit of money that I wasn't prepared to stump up, and shortly after that all fell apart, which wasn't really a problem because it was like, well, okay, we can come back to this, we can revisit the contract negotiations. But then shortly after that, we got the he's going to be considering his options message at the end of the season because he is out of contract at the end of this season. And whilst I have had players come back to me and say, yeah, I'd quite like to stay at that point, it's relatively rare. So I don't know, we'll have to keep an eye on it, and see, at the moment probably not going to want to negotiate. Oh, come on, wake up back there. Oh, that's a terrible pass. We actually got away with that, and then you just gave it back to them. Oh, I'm going to start demanding more in a minute. I mean, we're not doing too badly. A lot of their XG, remember, is that penalty. So, I mean, yes, we're second best, but we're supposed to be second best, aren't we? They're a division above us. I know we're doing well in our division, but they're still a division above us. Oh, that was good defending. Thought Campbell was going to get right onto that. Make me wonder whether... Oh, hello. Go on, Ben. Go on. Go on. Go on. Oh, referee! Oh, he nearly took that over his own goal line. See, look at this. We're not really... I mean, we are kind of second best, but we're giving it a go. Oh, right. I'll just encourage them as they come in for half-time. Right. Show them what you're all about in the second half. Jimmy Husband has been playing very badly. So, Seddon, on you go. Let us go. Encourage. Oh. Swung in. No. Go on, Juanda. They just really do get a lot of bodies in the way. Oh, unlucky Kirk. Fired into that corridor of uncertainty and forced a corner out of it because he didn't panic, didn't know what he was doing. Stuck out a leg. Oh, really? 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 You say it's a free kick to them? Right, Trevitt. Why is Ben Knight playing? What is going on? This isn't helping, is it? What is happening here? I don't even know how I've managed to do that, but maybe having Ben Knight in the right position and Ginelli on the pitch will help us. It's a thought. Right, Niang is still not doing great, so we'll stick Adenir on. Adeniran even on. Getting away with it there a bit, but away. God, succession of corners. Is it actually going to happen from them, or is it just being shown because it's a succession of corners? It's a throw in. Well, wow, great. Right, let's demand a little bit more now, because I mean, to be fair, I think we've done okay. A lot of the chances have been theirs, but we seem to have created a reasonable amount of stuff. Oh my god, that was heart in mouth. I thought that was almost certainly going to be a penalty. To be perfectly honest, looking at it, it probably should have been. It did look like a foul. No! Oh god, is that you again, Niang? Great save, Yaros. Well done. He's offside anyway. But stop giving it away in that central position. You've got loads of options and you pick a Stoke shirt. Oh! Only thump you one day. Right, let's put Roberts on and get Banks on for Fuentes, who is not having a good day. Right, I'm going to leave Ben Knight on despite the fact he's playing really badly, apparently. Demand a bit more for the last few minutes, and the cup dream has died. Well, I can't really fault. I mean, part of that may have been my fault for accidentally starting Ben Knight on the left. If I'd have been paying attention properly, maybe. I mean, they had quite a bit of XG. They probably should have scored more. But, you know, they had a lot more possession than us. We battled hard. We created a few things. We could have gone out there with a draw. I don't think we'd have deserved to, but we could have done. Took nearly 5,000 with us. And I don't think we embarrassed ourselves. That's the important thing. So we can now concentrate fully on the league. We're out of all the cups. And, yeah, the dream of being drawn against Saints in the next round will have to wait another year. Right, time to wrap things up at Fratton Park. Couple of little bits of updates and news for you. Not sure if we mentioned that Haji Minoga has been sold. I think probably said that in the last episode. But he is finally leaving. Has just finally left, like yesterday, I think. But $250,000, way more than he's worth. Despite our losing in the cup, we have actually improved our situation in the league because we now do have a game in hand again. Plymouth, I believe, only drew at home to Forest Green. And Barnsley got beaten by Salford. So that's kept Barnsley 6 points behind us. With a game in hand, if we win that, we are 9 points ahead of them. And of course, would then be 5 points ahead of Plymouth. So it really is important for us to win that game in hand. I mean, it's very much in our own hands. And we will basically continue on. We have got Plymouth soon, but I won't be coming back from that because it's just too soon. There's not enough going to have happened in the meantime. With any luck, we'll come back when we can either clinch promotion or a championship, or we'll just come back towards the end with everything having slid horribly away, and who knows, we might end up in the playoffs. We'll see. No concrete plans for what games you'll end up seeing at the moment, but you'll see something before the season's out. Anyway, Thank you for joining me this time. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye bye for now.